Edward Joseph Cannon. I am an SES with the Navy. So as we speak today, I am the Director of Fleet and Family Readiness for Navy Installations Command, located at Washington Navy Yard. As part of my responsibilities, I oversee, again, the Fleet and Family Readiness Program. We are about 18,000 employees strong, to include military, civilian, appropriated and non-appropriated fund employees around the world, to include on our ships, out in deployed areas, and at every installation. We have 70 installations, and I run everything from child development to the Gold Star program. So I can honestly say that our program literally supports people from cradle to grave. So from the time they're born, we're providing everything from new parent support to child care, and then the Gold Star program is a program that we provide to support those who have lost a loved one, an active duty member. Overall, from if you want to call it a business, we're about a $3 billion operation. Of that, about $1.5 billion of that is monies that we collect. The other half is monies that come through appropriations. So we rely on a combination of employees that are paid through taxpayer dollars and others that are paid through the cash register and other revenues that we generate. You know, I think one of the biggest changes, and I have to be a little careful because my perspective can be skewed, you know, where you sit is where you stand. I started out in the sports world, so I had maybe my blinders on there, but I think objectively most people would say that the Quality Life program used to be much more focused on male sports, not as much fitness as it was, you know, softball, horseshoes, football. It was much more male-dominated, male-focused. And although that certainly was an interesting time, you know, as we step back, what we know for sure is we weren't fully focused on the larger quality of life requirements of families. So I would say we've become much more of a professional organization overall. We used to rely much more on, you know, most of our libraries, our child care centers, our family services centers. They were volunteer run, limited hours, limited scope, fantastic people doing great work, but because it was volunteer, it was not covering the whole gamut. You fast forward now, the focus is much more on the overall family. So family services, as an example, has really expanded. Our focus on eliminating sexual assaults is something that we didn't really talk about when I first came into the military service. And if we talked about it, we weren't putting our money where our mouth is. Now, every single installation has a SART, which is a sexual assault response coordinator, who is out there looking to educate people, trying to be as preventive as possible in what we do from an education standpoint, but then also having a cadre to take care of our victims. We focus a lot more on the needs of our children. Child care has expanded greatly. We now take care of any one day, minus COVID, which has changed kind of everything, but our normal operation, we take care of about 40,000 children every day. And so that wasn't happening in 1983, for sure. And again, it wasn't because people didn't care, but that's not where our focus was. And certainly we didn't have as many females in the military at that point. And so been a big change, and I think a real positive change. So we haven't forgotten about sports, but it's now certainly overtaken by fitness and the overall well-being. Also, much more focus on how do we take care of ships? How do we make sure sailors stay in shape even as they are out to sea, which is extremely difficult. And then very proud during my tenure that we have stood up the Gold Star program, which not that it didn't exist, but it wasn't a Navy-focused program that we actually have people that are paid and dedicated to support our fallen and those who have been left behind from that. And also the Wounded Warrior program used to be run in a different manner. We've pulled it under Navy Installations Command under the N9 program, and I'm proud to say that we support that as well. And the Warrior Games are coming up next month in Orlando, so just to show you how things have changed now, we're partnering with Disney, so it's going to be a very impressive show, and just trying to make sure we provide that support and understand more about our wounded, ill, and injured. And so much more of a focus, I would say, just on the social services, the education services, and the whole community and the whole body.